Pacman Jones, the most arrested NFL player of the 21st century, a career that spanned 13 seasons with multiple resets, a player that even the former executive director of the NFLPA, he said, how is it possible to be in the wrong place at the wrong time so many times? But within all this was a player that somehow became underrated in terms of his overall performance. So how much do you know of this story?
Not a ton, actually. Like, I know that he got arrested a ton. I remember as a kid, like, him constantly being on ESPN for some shit, but I don't know enough about the specifics.
Yeah, I'd say same. You know, the arrest record speaks for itself.
You were a baby.
I was a baby, but I was not baby for a very big moment in 2016 of a very big hit that was laid by this man.
Well, we may talk about that.
I figured we might.
While telling the story of Pacman Jones, we're going to put you two to the test. So I want you to figure out where he went to college. How we're going to do that is we're going to draft the top 3 party schools in the nation. Draft them.
Well, he didn't go to Syracuse, but I went to Syracuse when it was the #1 party school in the nation. So I feel obligated to say them.
It's not Syracuse.
No, I'm going to say Miami instead.
Okay, Miami. Draft another party school.
I'm going to go with UMich.
Draft one more party school.
University of Illinois Champaign.
No way. No way.
Why not, dude?
You're out.
Go Illini. Fighting Illini.
You're out. Where'd Pat McAfee go to school?
West Virginia.
So Pacman Jones did go to West Virginia. Now the crazy thing is that there was not a single reported issue for Pacman during West Virginia. Now calling him a choir boy may be a stretch, but outside of just being a really good all-around football player, he's a really good stud corner, return man, even saw time on offense as well during the course of his collegiate career, he stayed out of any kind of reported trouble. Now he gets drafted as the 6th overall pick of the 2005 NFL draft, and a fun fact about that, Jones was part of a 6-year stretch where 7 DBs were taken inside the top 10 of the NFL draft. Can you guys name at least 2 other players besides Pacman Jones during that stretch?
So name a DB that was drafted in the top 10 around that time?
From 2002 to 2007. There were 7 DBs, and I'm including safeties in this too. DB,
Ed Reed?
Ed Reed is not one of them. All right, so here's some hints. 3 of these players primarily played in the NFC East. 2 of those players specifically played for Washington, and the other player you would know as a Charger, he played for the Chargers for 11 years and a Bronco for 1. There's 2 players that you probably won't know.
Champ Bailey.
Champ Bailey is not one of them.
Is Sean Taylor one of them?
Sean Taylor is one of them in 2004.
There you go. Other NFC East one, Brian Dawkins.
No.
God, I'm terrible at this.
Is Antonio Cromartie here?
No.
Quentin Jammer.
Quentin Jammer, 2002. Give me one more. You probably know 2 of them, though.
Namdi Asamoah.
No, not Namdi Asamoah.
Why not Namdi Asamoah?
Terrence Newman in 2003. LaRon Landry in 2007.
Oh.
So you have Quentin Jammer, 02.
I like the Landrys.
02, Quentin Jammer. 03, Terrence Newman. 2004, Sean Taylor. 2005, Pacman Jones. 06, Michael Huff and Dante Whitner.
On the tip of my tongue, I had Michael Huff.
That's
right
where I was
here.
going.
You
That's
really
where I was
did?
going
No,
next.
absolutely
No.
not.
All right,
I don't
believe
know
you.
that name whatsoever.
2007, LaRon Landry. So that's quite a run on secondary players, and the run on arrest starts for Pacman Jones 2 weeks before his first training camp. And on July 13th, 2005, Pacman Jones is arrested by Nashville police at Titans headquarters. He's charged with assault and felony vandalism stemming from a nightclub altercation. Charges were dismissed less than a year later. Pacman could not stay out of a nightclub. That was a big issue for him.
Yes.
Now, all was quiet on the arrest front for the remainder of his rookie season. Had a solid opening campaign as a corner and contributed as a special teamer as well. But now it's time to play everyone's favorite game. What did Pacman do first?
That is my favorite game. How'd you know?
Did Pacman Jones have 5 arrests and charges brought up against him? Or did he reach 5 career interceptions first?
Okay, so we know first arrest comes before training camp, so that's a hot start.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
1-0 at one point for arrests.
my instinct is interceptions. I think he could have gotten the 5 interceptions in his first year or so. 5 arrests that early, I don't think he has as long of a career. So I'm going to go interceptions.
I was also leaning picks, but I'll go to the other side.
Yeah.
Let's say
Gotta have a
arrested,
winner here.
You know?
February 6, 2006, Jones is arrested in Fayetteville, Georgia, in charge with possession of marijuana. Remember back then when marijuana was really bad?
God, devil's lettuce, man.
Poor Josh Gordon.
Can't let people be smoking that stuff.
He is handcuffed after throwing a punch at an officer, according to police, and charged with a felony count of obstruction and 2 misdemeanors of obstructing police. The drug charge is dismissed in January 2007. That's number 2.
Okay.
August 25th, 2006, Jones is arrested in Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro State. That's Middle Tennessee State,
Oh my
I believe,
God.
is located in Murfreesboro.
You're a freak. For disorderly conduct and public intoxication,
It's because he got the same charge.
both misdemeanors,
In Murfreesboro.
at the Sweetwater Saloon. That sounds like a place I kind of want to be.
Sounds like a good time.
He is accused of assault by Toya Garth, who says Jones spit in her face and she spit back. A judge sentences Jones to 6 months probation, provided he stays out of further trouble. Well, guess what? October 26, 2006, Jones is cited for misdemeanor assault by Club Mystic, a Nashville nightclub where he allegedly, guess what? Spits in the face of a female college student. He is suspended for 1 game by the Titans on November 5th at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We got an MO here. He's a spitter.
He likes to spit a little too much. February 19th, 2007. This is where the story, it somehow takes even a worse turn for Pacman.
He's going to start acting up a little bit.
A little more.
He's been chill this whole time, and now he's going to start acting out.
A little more.
Okay.
That was the controlled version. They had him on a leash for 2006. Now it's off the rails.
February 19th, 2007. Pacman Jones and Nelly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
You know Nelly.
Dream blunt rotation right there.
Yeah.
They were making it rain at a Las Vegas strip club. A fight erupted over money. They were throwing a lot of money on the stage, and then Pacman got upset when strippers were picking up the money that was thrown on the stage. He did not like that.
That feels like the whole point of making it
Feels
rain.
like the whole point. There was a shooting outside the strip club. There was an altercation, led to a shooting where security guards Thomas Urbanski was a former professional wrestler, now remember that, and Aaron Cudworth was wounded. Urbanski was paralyzed.
Oh, shit.
And although Jones was not the shooter, he pleaded no contest to conspiracy to commit disorderly conduct and was later held civilly liable for millions of dollars in damages.
So, question for you. Understand the Nelly, Pacman, make it rain debate.
Yeah.
Understand the shooting. How did we get from point A to point B? If he was inside making it rain, how was he involved in the shooting outside?
He ordered somebody to do it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
That's not, honestly, much darker.
So now put yourself in Roger Goodell's shoes, who at this point is still a relatively new commissioner taking over in 2006. So we're about only like a year in. You've already had a ton of issues with this guy. He's been suspended from games before. How are you dealing with this in the league office? Now, it's important to note that the league did make their decision on Pacman's punishment from the league before charges were actually brought up against Pacman Jones. So that's why I'm asking you this first.
Okay, putting myself in Roger Goodell's size 6s, I'm going to guess. I would give him, you got to do like a significant suspension, right? Like at this point, it's insane. Half a season, 6 games, something like that. I don't know. You can't go a full season yet, I don't think, but really hurt the team that he's on because it's crazy at this point.
I love that that's our definition based off NFL guidelines of insane is 6 games.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. We know that they're
NFL.
not going to do any more than that.
Which is quite the reason that I'm going to go. Pacman Jones got 3 games and he lost $100,000.
Oh. What should Goodell have done or what did Goodell
I think
do?
it's what
What
did.
should? What should he?
I was saying, like, give him like a half a season suspension.
I think we could even, that's like the baseline. I think he did. I was going with what I thought he did.
Yeah, I think he might have given him 1 game.
Yeah, I'll stick with my 3 games
For
and a fine.
ordering a shooting for when somebody ended up as paralyzed? 1 game?
Didn't say should. We said that's what did.
Should and did different.
Well, Roger Goodell put the hammer down, suspended Pacman Jones for an entire season.
Hey, good job, Roger.
So we've fallen backwards is what's happening.
We got worse. And then, okay. Well, I mean, ordering somebody to be shot feels like you should. Listen, I'm no judge or lawyer. Jail?
Well, we'll get to jail. I mean, I will tell you, he pleaded no contest to conspiracy to commit disorderly conduct, and then civilly he was liable for millions of dollars in damages. So that's the ending That's the ending of this, right?
Okay.
But before we actually get to that point in the Pacman Jones story, I also need to go back to our game of what did Pacman Jones do first? Did he win a TNA World Tag Team Wrestling Championship, or did he get to 5 interceptions in the NFL?
He clearly is friends with wrestlers. I'm going to go with World Tag Team Championship.
Oh, Lucas, you are 100% correct.
Yeah,
Just a
hell
few
yeah.
months after being suspended by Roger Goodell for an entire year, on August 6, 2007, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, it's TNA, confirmed through their website that they had signed a deal with Pacman Jones. In interviews with TNA Vice President Jeff Jarrett, Jones indicated that he intended to wrestle primarily as part of a tag team. Now, in response, the Tennessee Titans, they were granted a restraining order barring him from working with the company at all. This prompted the two companies and the two organizations to negotiate a compromise stating that Jones wouldn't be allowed to touch or be touched, use or be hit by any object or anything else that could injure him, because he technically still is a former top 10 pick for the Tennessee Titans.
Now, I don't watch a lot of wrestling, but that feels like most things in wrestling.
Feels like it's gonna be difficult.
He would be allowed to appear with the company in a non-physical role. But I also want to say this too about the whole wrestling thing. Do you remember who the guy was shot and unfortunately paralyzed was? Who was he?
He was a wrestler.
I'd say this is extremely tone deaf and probably one of the most tone deaf things I have ever seen entering a WWE knockoff league that I think was somewhat popular at the time.
it.
Like I've told this story about like, hey, have you ever heard of TNA? Like this Pacman Jones. I've told this story to people around the office and they're like, oh my God, TNA?
It was like after WCW, it was the next like secondary wrestling thing.
So he's there in the Rizzler capacity, pretty much. He is the Rizzler.
Pacman Jones is the Rizzler of 2006.
He's maybe who knows? Maybe more arrests for the Rizzler at this point.
Yeah, we'll see. He's got a lot of time.
This is probably one of the most tone deaf things that I've ever seen in my entire life. He eventually partners with Ron Killings. You probably know him as R-Truth. They win the TNA World Tag Team Championship together. At the show, Jones made like the actual winning pin, though he was not otherwise physically involved in the match.
Yeah, baby.
Awesome.
Makes sense. Exactly what the people want to see.
Refusing to tag in at times and literally running away from others.
Okay. So question for you.
Yeah.
This tag team wrestling, did this happen before or after the shooting?
After.
Oh.
He's
Why
suspended.
so tone
I
deaf?
assumed that the wrestling happened first and that's why
No.
he was at the club with wrestlers.
No. Why would
That's fucking crazy.
I'm trying to
he
tell this story.
paralyzed a wrestler
Yes.
and then he...
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell this story in chronological order.
Yeah. No, not good.
I'm starting to think that he might not be the best guy.
Very much not so. So he's suspended for the entire 2000 NFL season, wins a tag team championship for the Vegas incident. So naturally, I want to give you one guess as to what team spent months trying to trade for Pacman Jones.
It has to be the Raiders, right?
The other team that likes to, like, let's take a chance on this guy.
The Dallas Cowboys. Greg Hardy. Yeah.
And it was the Dallas Cowboys. On April 23rd, 2008, Pacman Jones was traded to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for a 4th-round pick in the 2008 NFL Draft. As Jones was reinstated for the 2008 season, the Cowboys would also give the Titans their 6th-round pick in 2009. Now, how did we get there, Tim?
Do we have an update on how many interceptions he has at this point? Now that we're like 4 years in?
Yeah.
Well, he had 4 in his first 2 years.
Okay.
He gets his 5th in 2010.
Jeez
Oh,
Louise.
yeah. No, he's been suspended for a full season.
We might
by
get
then, yeah.
the double digit.
We're in
arrests.
2008. So during his year-long suspension on top of being a pro wrestler who didn't wrestle for a year, there was a whole portion of this Vegas shooting investigation that involved Pacman Jones as a witness. In exchange for the reduced charges, Jones agreed to assist police in their investigation of the Mink shooting. That's where the club was. 5 days before he was traded to the Dallas Cowboys, Jones picks Arvin Edwards out of a police lineup in Yakima County. Do you know where?
I don't know Yakima County. I had Murfreesboro. I didn't have Yakima County.
Washington.
Yeah, it was tip of my tongue.
He identified Edwards as the shooter for the Minx Gentlemen's Club shooting in Las Vegas. That same day, Edwards is charged with an attempted murder for his alleged role in the Vegas shooting. 5 days later, Pacman Jones becomes a Dallas Cowboy. June 2nd, 2008, the NFL allows him to participate in the offseason programs, including preseason. August 28th, Pacman is back in the NFL, formally reinstated for week 1. Over/under 2.5 months before he gets into some form of trouble again.
Fool me once, no, under. I'm going to go whatever the criminal part of the question is. I'm just gonna go that way every time.
I'm gonna go. He's reformed. Maybe he found God in Dallas, Texas. I'll give him 3 months.
3 months.
He didn't find God in Texas. He's actually committed more than one crime
In those 2.5 months?
No, not in the not in those 2.5 months.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Since he arrived to Dallas, Texas.
Well, that makes sense. I would guess that.
And even more recently. October 7th, 2008, Jones is involved in an alcohol-related incident in a downtown Dallas hotel with a bodyguard assigned to him by the Cowboys.
I remember this one, actually. I remember the ESPN of this one.
Fire that guy.
No arrests are made and no charges are filed, but the incident led Goodell to suspend him indefinitely. That eventually led to a 6-game suspension and alcohol rehabilitation. The Cowboys reinstated him in December, but he struggled with some injuries, including like a really bad neck injury that comes up even a little bit later too. January 7, 2009, the Cowboys cut Pacman Jones.
Sure. I believe that.
2009, does not play in the NFL. So he does not play a single snap, does not play a single game in the NFL. This is the second time in 3 years. Misses the 2009 season and signs with the Bengals for 2 years. Now, how much money do you think that he actually got from Cincinnati with that first time around?
$2 million.
Okay.
Yeah, like 1.7 or something. Yeah.
He just got north of $615,000 per year. So he got around 1.2 million, which was basically feels like that's the league minimum for veterans at that time.
Sounds about right.
He played 13 games for the next 2 years, struggled with injuries, including that neck injury that he struggled with in Dallas as well. July of 2011, charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest at a bar, which led to probation for Pacman. Signs a 1-year extension in 2012, so that little July 2011 incident doesn't really affect his standing with the Bengals. Signs a 1-year extension in 2012, plays about half the snaps while being the primary punt returner, appears in all 16 games, so at least we're getting somewhere in 2011. After signing a 2-year deal with the Bengals and then a 1-year extension, the Bengals sign him to a 3-year extension for the 2013 season at $2 million per year. So how do you think Pacman Jones celebrates that?
I think I'm going to go on a limb and maybe say a nightclub.
September 2013, not officially charged, but cited with disorderly conduct.
I thought it was like a board game night, something like a family fun evening.
Featuring disorderly conduct.
Well, you can be disorderly at one of those.
Yeah.
At this point, it's kind of just like Pacman being Pacman. Doesn't impact his standing with the Bengals, and he starts playing the best ball of his career. As you can see here, my guy Greg Rosenthal, I saw this, he tweeted this back in 2024. Adam Pacman Jones was weirdly underrated his whole career. We'll get to this chart in a second. The thing that I find to be funny about this tweet is that there were replies being like, are we sure his underratedness was the weird part of his career?
Yeah, I feel like everybody thought he was good. It was just the whole arrested twice a year thing.
But I do think there gets to a certain point. Like, I just knew him as the guy that got arrested. I didn't actually know him as like a legitimately good
player.
Corner. I mean, look at the corners that are here. I'm gonna take you over here for a second. Yeah. I mean, you got Richard Sherman up at the top right? This is cornerback coverage stats in the 2010s. You have yards allowed per coverage snap, and then you have passer rating allowed. So it's a simple graph. It's not EPA or
not
anything
perfect,
crazy.
But
Richard Sherman is insane.
Really good.
Chris Harris Jr., Hall of Fame team of the 2010s. Darrelle Revis, Hall of Fame team of the 2010s. Casey Hayward Jr., also a really good player too.
Casey.
Shout out Green Bay.
Should have never left.
Pacman's right here. If you remove Sherman from this chart, it even looks a little bit better for Pacman.
But so like, the thing that I'll say is, this isn't surprising to me at all, because if you got arrested that many times and you weren't fucking sick at football, you wouldn't be playing football anymore.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason. He got a 3-year extension. That is the least reliable long-term investment you could possibly make. And they still did it because he's sick, had to be sick.
Signs that extension with the Bengals, 3 years. And 3 out of the next 4 years, he plays more than 90% of the snaps when he is active and on the field. All 4 years, he was a starter. 5 interceptions in his 20s, 6 seasons. 12 interceptions in his 30s.
Wow. Nice.
Also 6 seasons. First team All-Pro in 2014 as a return man. Pro Bowler in 2015, and he finally shows great performances as a starting cornerback. The promise that he started the show in his first 2 years at Tennessee as a 22 and 23-year-old, it is fulfilled in his 30s.
Okay.
Crazy.
Tell me about what do you think happened? You said 2016.
2016, I believe, right?
Tell me about let's see if our situations and our games are lining up.
Okay, well, there is quite infamously, I'd say maybe you could call him the Pacman Jones of like my generation, Antonio Brown in the playoffs, streaking across the middle. Kind of been doing some Pacman Jones thing. And Pacman comes and he just wipes him clear out.
Now, Tim, you're close, but you're a little far off. This is the 2015 wildcard game, and Pacman Jones did not lay this hit on Antonio Brown. It was Vontez Burfict.
That's right.
This whole time I've been
Burfict.
thinking, am I wrong? Vontez Burfict's the guy who broke everybody's brains.
Right.
That's right.
But Pacman Jones is an instrumental part of this. So I want you to watch Pacman here. He's at the top of the screen. Burfict's going to lay the hit. He's on the 30-yard line. The flag comes out, and he just starts running. He is not happy, and even Burfict is going to try and defend this too, being like, I led with my shoulder. I didn't lead with my head. It's like, dude, you tried to decapitate another man, and Pacman Jones is just not thrilled about this. Horrible offense all game. Who's the starting quarterback for the Bengals? Do you know?
My guess is it's not Carson Palmer or Andy Dalton if you're
not.
asking.
Yeah, it's not coming to me.
A.J. McCarron.
Oh, okay.
Not
Bama, baby.
There is no offense in this game, and man, this is tough to look at.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember where I was.
He was like a normal guy before that.
Yeah. And Pacman Jones very kind of like part of this moment, and we'll see why. So there's one 15-yard penalty, right? And there's barely any time left in this game. The Steelers are trying to drive down the field. You're going to see Marvin Lewis like start to freak out right around. Oh, he's yelling at somebody, and he's yelling at Pacman Jones because there is a fight that has started to break out on the field. Another flag is going to come flying in the air. That is going to be the second personal foul penalty, all happening at the end of that last play. 30 yards for the Steelers. That's going to put them right in field goal range. That's the biggest play for the Steelers all day. Do you remember kind of how that happened?
Didn't we not just watch what happened?
But why did Pacman Jones freak out? Do you know?
My guess is... Actually, I have no idea. You tell me.
So it's going to start right here where Burfict is like, you all right, man? You all right, man? Then the trainer's like, get the hell off of him. What are you doing? Why are you touching him?
Yeah.
Get away. There's Joey Porter, senior. And he just enters. You see a Bengal player kind of body him. He enters the huddle of like the Bengals. He's like on the field for whatever reason. So we don't really get more in any indication on the broadcast kind of what happened. Field goal's up. It is good. The Steelers are going to take the lead. The Steelers are going to win this. Now we get some more angles from the broadcast about kind of what happened here. So now here's the angle. Joey Porter Jr. is in the huddle. He's like on the field for whatever reason. And then Pacman is just going to like go and attack him. The Steelers offensive lineman is going to get pumped up, being like, hell yeah, we got 30 yards basically for free. Pacman is going to continue to freak out because he's like, why was this position coach on the field? Why did that happen? That should not have happened. And now Pacman's going to try and return this and try and do a Herculean superhero Superman effort here because he knows that he's in deep shit. He basically knows that he gave the Steelers another 15 free yards. Kick deep in the end zone. Let's not take a knee. Let's run it out. And he's like, I'm not going to go down. But eventually he's going to go down, and the Bengals are going to lose the game.
Yeah, it's almost like Vontez Burfict and Pacman Jones being on your team doesn't help with penalties.
Yeah.
Not great for penalization.
So Pacman was not happy with the game, with the officials and Joey Porter. He goes on a big, I believe NSFW rant after the game. But now, what's really funny is that they have like squashed their beef. And this was like a recent development. Pacman Jones and former Steelers outside linebacker coach Joey Porter Jr. squashed their beef in the 2015 wildcard game. And they're like doing they're doing podcasts together, but more than a decade later, Pacman still doesn't understand why he was on the field. He still will never let that go.
Yeah.
So Joey Porter Jr. basically won the Steelers that game because Pacman attacked him.
Yeah, did Joey Porter Jr. win it, or did Pacman and Vontaze lose it?
Yeah,
Probably.
Because like I've seen coaches go on the field for injuries that bad before, like that. He's not supposed to be, but that wasn't that crazy. I don't know. I don't understand why Pacman freaked out so much.
Yeah. I mean, it's the one place that you can definitely not freak out.
All right, so what happened next? Well, Pacman Jones only played for about 3 more years. 2 out of those 3 years, he played in a combined 16 games. 2018, he ends his career with the Denver Broncos, retires at the age of 35. Thank you so much for watching this. I think I'm going to call this show The Sins of Sunday. It was a little different from the Plaxico one, but it was similar in concept. So if you didn't see the Plaxico Burst one from a couple months ago, make sure you go check that out. Let me know what you think of this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.